Meet Tracy Junior, Ice-T's look-alike son, an actor like his father. Tracy Junior, Ice-T's kid, is an exact replica of his father. He pursued the same career path in Hollywood, but it appears he inherited more than just his father's good looks and skill set. In addition to his musical prowess, Ice-T is well known for playing Ota Fin Tuchola on the popular NBC series Law and Order. Special Victims Unit for nearly 20 years. The actor loves his 3 children and is a family man at heart, despite these 2 accomplishments. The actor first became a father in 1976 when he got his first child with Adrienne, his then-girlfriend, in the gang-ruled Crenshaw neighborhood of Los Angeles, long before the world recognized him. They called their daughter Letitia Mero, who was 18 at the time, but Ice-T could not support her and her mother, so in '79, in an attempt to stabilize his finances, he enlisted in the Army and served for 4 years. The rapper-turned-actor brought Channel, his second daughter, into the world in November 2015, over 40 years after he welcomed Letitia. The only kid of Ice-T and his then-girlfriend Darlene Ortiz, Tracy Jr., was born in 1991. Sandwiched between the 2 female offspring. Tracy grew up seeing the actor become well-known, having also experienced his boyhood during a period when his father was attempting to establish himself in the music and film industries. Growing up, the What's My Name? Star's son resembled his father exactly. He shares the same facial features as the father of 3, who received his skin tone from his Creole mother Alice Mero, in addition to being fair-skinned. The younger Ice-T is from Newark, New Jersey, and he would probably age similarly to his father. According to his Facebook page, Tracy is a rally driver, actor, and businessman. Rally racing is a type of motorsport in which vehicles compete on either public or private road. The automobiles used in these events are more robust than those seen in Formula One races. The young guy has made a reputation for himself in the world apart from his father, even though he hasn't yet landed a significant part in a film or television show. In addition to being a loving son who spends time with his mother, the Los Angeles resident seems to get along well with Coco. Ice-T posted a picture of his son and wife in formal wear in March. The couple looked spiffy. In a tuxedo, Tracy exuded every trace of a gentleman, while his stepmother looked stunning in a blue dress that fell to her knees. She accessorized it with a long black coat, a clutch purse, and black pumps. It's interesting to note that the rally racer wasn't always in charge. In 2012, when the young guy was 20 years old, he was arrested on an outstanding $10,000 warrant related to a prior speeding offense. Tracy was driving fast and listening to loud music, according to the police record from the time. He refused to turn down the music when he was pulled over and cursed at the arresting officer. The man, 27, posted bond and paid the fine. He threatened to file a complaint, which was never filed, and used profanity toward the arresting officer in a Twitter post. But instead of apologizing, he displayed no regret. Tracy's youthful carelessness may be a ripoff of Ice-T's somewhat illicit background, in which he engaged in drug sales, pimping, and the sale of stolen automobile stereos. In a 2016 interview with the Daily Mail, the New Jack City star reflected on those times and stated, "I was on the verge of becoming Ice-T when I gave birth to my first child, and I was hiding from everyone at the time. I was not thinking about them. I was focused on getting by." The Trespass actor continued, saying that now that things are more laid back, he is attempting to atone for his errors by being more conscious of Channel's upbringing. In order to do it, he posted this saying on Instagram, "Character is not created by circumstances. They make them known." Those remarks hold true for the various personas the actor has played over the years, but it seems like he has finally found his true calling. Hopefully, Tracy will follow suit. Ultimately, compared to Ice-T's life at his age, his life now is far better. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Mila. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. So let's dive into today's video. Tracy Lauren Merrow, born on February 16, 1958, is widely recognized by his stage name Ice-T. He is renowned as an American rapper and actor, actively participating in both hip-hop and heavy metal genres. Ice-T commenced his career as an underground rapper during the 1980s and secured a contract with Sire Records in 1987, marking the release of his debut album Rhyme Pays. The subsequent year saw him establishing the record label Rhyme Dollar Indicate Records, named after his collective of fellow hip-hop artists known as the Rhyme Dollar Indicate, and dropping another successful album titled Power, 1988, which achieved platinum status. Throughout his career, Ice-T released several albums that attained gold status, including The Iceberg/Freedom of Speech, Just Watch What You Say, 1989, Oj Original Gangster, 1991, and Home Invasion, 1993. In 1990, Ice-T co-founded the heavy metal band Body Count, which he introduced on his album Oj Original Gangster with the track titled Body Count. The band's self-titled debut album was released in 1992. Ice-T stirred controversy with the track Cop Killer, addressing the topic of killing police officers. Consequently, he sought release from his contract with Warner Bros. Records, and his subsequent solo album, Home Invasion, was released through Priority Records. Ice-T continued to release albums in the late 1990s and 2000s before focusing on his acting career and Body Count. Notably, Body Count has released 7 studio albums to date, with the latest being Carnivore in 2020. In addition to his music career, Ice-T ventured into acting, starting with small roles in films such as Breakin', 1984, and its sequels, Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, and Rappin', 1984 and 1985 respectively. He gained significant recognition for his role as police detective Scotty Appleton in New Jack City, 1991. Subsequently, he received top billing for his role in Surviving the Game, 1994, and continued to appear in various TV series and films throughout the 1990s. Since 2000, Ice-T has portrayed NYPD detective/Sergeant Adafin Tuchola on the NBC police drama Law and Order. Special Victims Unit, making him the longest-running male series actor in history, as reported by Deadline. Additionally, he and his wife Coco Austin were featured in the reality television show Ice Loves Coco, which aired for 3 seasons, 2011 to 2013, on E! In 2018, he commenced hosting the true crime documentary In Ice Cold Blood on the Oxygen cable channel, which ran for 3 seasons. Tracy Lauren Merrow, born to Solomon and Alice Merrow, entered the world in Newark, New Jersey on February 16, 1958. Solomon, of African-American descent, and Alice, hailing from a Louisiana Creole background, laid the foundation of Merrow's upbringing. Solomon spent years as a conveyor belt mechanic at the Rapiston Conveyor Company. Merrow's childhood took a turn when his family relocated to the affluent Summit, New Jersey. It was during his early years, at the age of 7, that Merrow confronted the harsh reality of racism, witnessing the discrimination faced by Black children from his white peers. Remarkably, his lighter skin spared him from similar treatment, prompting him to realize the ignorance of others, as his mother wisely pointed out. Tragedy struck when Merrow's mother passed away from a heart attack during his 3rd grade year. Left with Solomon as his sole caregiver, Merrow's father shouldered the responsibility for 4 years, with some assistance from a housekeeper. Merrow's first brush with trouble occurred when his cherished Christmas gift, a bicycle, was stolen. In response, Solomon's pragmatic advice was to accept the loss without a bike. Undeterred, Merrow resorted to salvaging bicycle parts and assembling makeshift bikes, a skill that went unnoticed or unacknowledged by his father. Sadly, when Merrow was just 13, Solomon too succumbed to a heart attack, leaving Merrow orphaned. In the wake of his father's passing, Merrow briefly resided with a nearby aunt before being relocated to live with another aunt and her husband in View Park, Windsor Hills, a prosperous Black neighborhood in South Los Angeles. Sharing a bedroom with his cousin Earl proved influential, as Earl's love for rock music ignited Merrow's interest in heavy metal, as he exclusively tuned into local rock radio stations. Merrow relocated to the Crenshaw district of Los Angeles during his 8th grade year. He attended Palms Junior High, where the student body was primarily white, with some Black students commuting from South Central to attend. Later, he enrolled at Crenshaw High School, which was predominantly Black. Standing apart from his peers, Merrow abstained from alcohol, tobacco, and drugs. During his high school years, gang activity surged in the Los Angeles school system, with Crips and Bloods members present at Crenshaw, occasionally leading to confrontations in the hallways. Though not a formal member, Merrow was associated with the Crips and became known for reciting excerpts from Iceberg Slim novels, earning him the moniker Ice-T. He and fellow Crips crafted and performed Crip rhymes. Merrow's musical journey commenced with the Precious Few, a singing group from Crenshaw High School. In 1975, at 17, he began receiving Social Security benefits following his father's death, using the funds to rent an apartment. To supplement his income, he sold cannabis and stole car stereos. Despite these efforts, financial strain persisted, particularly after the birth of his daughter. Consequently, he enlisted in the United States Army in October 1977 and was stationed with the 25th Infantry Division after basic training. During his military tenure, Merrow faced disciplinary issues, including an incident involving the theft of a rug for which he received non-judicial punishment. It was during his time in the Army that Merrow's interest in hip-hop blossomed, sparked by the Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper's Delight. Stationed in Hawaii, Merrow encountered a pimp named Mac, who mentored him in the art of pimping and introduced him to DJing and rapping. Upon learning that he could receive an early honorable discharge due to his status as a single father, Merrow seized the opportunity and left the Army in December 1979. Subsequently, he pursued a career in music and turntablism, honing his skills while also delving into less savory activities, including alleged involvement in bank robberies. In July 2010, Merrow faced mistaken arrest, later cleared due to a clerical error. Reflecting on his experiences, he emphasized that street credibility isn't tied to incarceration, but rather to staying out of trouble. Upon exiting the Army, Merrow was determined to distance himself from gang affiliations and violence, aspiring to carve a niche for himself as a DJ. Inspired by Iceberg Slim, he adopted the stage name Ice-T. While showcasing his DJ skills at parties, his rapping abilities garnered more attention, prompting him to pivot towards a rap career. Following a breakup with his girlfriend Caitlin Boyd, Merrow reverted to a life of crime, participating in jewelry store heists alongside his high school companions. Ice-T's lyrics later detailed their modus operandi, including posing as customers to gain entry and using baby sledgehammers to shatter display cases. Among Merrow's associates, Al P. and Scene E. Scene faced legal repercussions. Al P. was apprehended in 1982 for his involvement in robbing a high-end jewelry store in Laguna Niguel, netting $2.5 million in jewelry. Scene, who sold cannabis and handled stolen goods supplied by Ice-T, took the fall and served a 2-year prison sentence. Ice-T credited Scene's sacrifice for affording him the opportunity to pursue a rap career. Simultaneously, Merrow endured a car accident, landing him in the hospital as an unidentified patient due to his lack of identification stemming from his criminal activities. Upon discharge, he resolved to abandon his criminal past and focus on a professional rap career. Shortly after leaving the hospital, he triumphed in an open mic contest judged by Curtis Blow at the Carolina West nightclub. According to Michael Calfani, also known as Disco Daddy, Ice-T initially participated in the competition as DJ Tracy, winning the first week but being outdone by Disco Daddy in the subsequent week, prompting the name change to Ice-T. In 1982, Ice-T crossed paths with producer Willie Strong from Saturn Records. The following year, Strong recorded Ice-T's debut single, Cold Wind Madness, also recognized as the coldest rap. Despite its hardcore lyrics, this electro-hip-hop track gained traction underground, enjoying popularity even though radio stations refrained from airing it. During the same period, Ice-T released Body Rock, another electro-hip-hop single that found favor in clubs. In 1984, he featured as a rapper on Reckless, a single by DJ Chris, the Glove Tailor, and co-producer David Storrs, gaining prominence as a featured track in the film Breakin' and its accompanying soundtrack. Following its success, a sequel titled Reckless Rivalry, Combat, emerged, featured in the sequel Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, albeit not making it to the soundtrack album and remaining unreleased to date. In 1985, Ice-T made an appearance in the film Rappin', delivering 2 verses of his track Killers, marking his foray into political rap. He later collaborated with unknown DJ on tracks like Ye Don't Quit and Dog in the Wax, Ye Don't Quit Part Hui, featuring a sound reminiscent of Run DMC. Inspiration struck Ice-T anew upon hearing Schooly D's gangsta rap single PSK What Does It Mean in a club. Impressed by its sound, delivery, and subtle references to gang life, Ice-T decided to emulate Schooly D's style. He penned the lyrics to his first gangsta rap song, 6 in the Mornin', in his Hollywood apartment, crafting a minimal beat with a Roland TR-808. Comparing its sound to that of the Beastie Boys, Ice-T recorded it as a B-side on the single Dog in the Wax. While the A-side stirred controversy for its unusually violent lyrics, the B-side proved more successful and was later included as an extended rap on his debut album. Ice-T deliberately avoided affiliating with any specific gang, opting to wear a mix of red and blue clothing and shoes to evade provoking gang-affiliated listeners who speculated about his true allegiance. Ice-T secured a significant deal with Sire Records after label founder Seymour Stein heard his demo and remarked that Ice-T sounded reminiscent of Bob Dylan. This led to the release of his debut album Rhyme Pays in 1987, supported by DJ Evil E, DJ Aladdin, and producer Africa Islam. Despite radio stations' reluctance to air it due to its hardcore lyrics, the album achieved gold certification from the Recording Industry Association of America, RIA. In the same year, Ice-T recorded the title theme song for Dennis Hopper's film Colors, delving into the portrayal of inner-city gang life in Los Angeles. Following the success of Rhyme Pays, Ice-T released his sophomore album, Power, in 1988 under his own label, Rhyme Syndicate. Garnering strong reviews, the album earned him his second gold record. Subsequently, the Iceberg/Freedom of Speech, Just Watch What You Say, further solidified his popularity in 1989. Blending abrasive music with narrative and commentative lyrics. That same year, he featured on Who Harris' single Alice. In 1991, Ice-T dropped the iconic album OG Original Gangster, a landmark in gangsta rap history. The album introduced his heavy metal band Body Count in the track of the same name. Ice-T's association with Body Count led him to tour on the inaugural Lollapalooza concert tour in 1991, expanding his fan base to include middle-class teenagers and enthusiasts of alternative music genres. Notably, Ice-T won a Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group for his appearance on the collaborative track Back on the Block. Controversy ensued with Body Count's song Cop Killer, which sparked outrage from government officials, the National Rifle Association of America, and police advocacy groups. Amidst the backlash, Time Warner Music refused to release Ice-T's upcoming album Home Invasion. Ice-T's subsequent split with Sire/Warner Bros. Records led to the release of Home Invasion under Rhyme Syndicate through Priority Records in 1993. Over the years, Ice-T continued to make music, collaborating with heavy metal bands like Slayer and Black Sabbath. Albums such as Vivi, Return of the Real, 1996, and The Seventh Deadly Sin, 1999, showcased his versatility and enduring influence in the rap scene. His return to rap with Gangsta Rap in 2006, however, received mixed reviews, with some hoping for a resurgence of his politically charged tracks. Ice-T made his early film appearances as both a rapper and breakdancer in the documentary Breakin' and Enterin', 1983, showcasing the burgeoning West Coast hip-hop scene. His debut in mainstream cinema came with roles in Breakin', 1984, and its sequel Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo, 1984, preceding the release of his first LP. Despite his involvement, Ice-T has openly criticized both films, labeling them as whack. Transitioning into a more serious acting career in 1991, he portrayed various characters, including police detective Scotty Appleton in Mario Van Peebles' action thriller New Jack City, gang leader Odessa in Ricochet, 1991, and gang leader King James in Trespass, 1992. Notable lead roles followed, such as in Surviving the Game, 1994, along with supporting roles like J-Bone in Johnny Mnemonic, 1995, and the marsupial mutant T-Saint in Tank Girl, 1995. Ice-T also featured prominently in the Brent Owens documentary Pimps Up, Hoes Down, discussing his past involvement in pimping and how it provided him with insights into new ventures. He dismisses his abilities in acting and rapping, attributing his success to game. Additionally, he appeared in the comedy Who's the Man, 1993, alongside other rappers and Yo! MTV Raps hosts, playing a drug dealer known as Night Train. In 1995, Ice-T took on the recurring role of vengeful drug dealer Danny Court in the television series New York Undercover, co-created by Dick Wolf. His performance on the show earned him the 1996 NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series. Following this success, he co-created the series Players in 1997, produced by Wolf, and portrayed Pimp Seymour Kingston Stockton in Exiled, a Law and Order movie, 1998. These collaborations with Wolf led to Ice-T joining the cast of Law and Order Special Victims Unit in 2000, where he has since portrayed Odafin Fin Tuchola, a former undercover narcotics officer transferred to the Special Victims Unit. For his work on Law and Order SVU, Ice-T received a second NAACP Image Award in 2002 for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series. Around 1995, Ice-T co-presented a UK-produced magazine television series focusing on black culture titled Badass TV. In 1997, Ice-T hosted a pay-per-view special called Ice-T's Extreme Babes on Action PPV, formerly owned by BET Networks. In 1999, Ice-T starred in the HBO film Stealth Fighter as a United States naval aviator who fakes his own death, steals an F-117 stealth fighter, and threatens to destroy United States military bases. He also appeared in the film Sonic Impact, released the same year. Ice-T made a memorable appearance on the comedy television series Chappelle's Show as himself, presenting the award for Player Hater of the Year at the Player Haters Ball, a parody of his own involvement in the Players Ball, where he was humorously dubbed the original Player Hater. In 2002, Ice-T hosted the documentary series Beyond Tough on Discovery Channel, exploring the world's most dangerous and intense professions, such as alligator wrestlers and Indy 500 pit crews. In 2007, Ice-T guest starred as a celebrity on the MTV sketch comedy show Short Circuits. Additionally, he appeared in the short music film Hands of Hatred, which can be found online. On March 20, 1976, Mero's high school girlfriend Adrienne gave birth to their daughter Letitia Mero, and they continued attending high school while raising her. While filming Breakin' in 1984, he met his second girlfriend Darlene Ortiz, who was at the club where the film was shot. They began a relationship, and Ortiz was featured on the covers of Rhyme Pays and Power. Ice-T and Ortiz had a son, IceTracy Junior, on November 23, 1991. Little Ice became a backing vocalist with Body Count in time for the recording of their album, Carnivore. Ice-T married swimsuit model Nicole Coco Austin in January 2002. In celebration of their impending 9th wedding anniversary, the couple renewed their wedding vows on June 4, 2011. As of 2006, they owned a penthouse apartment in North Bergen, New Jersey. In 2012, they were building a 5-bedroom house in Edgewater, New Jersey, that was expected to be completed by the end of the year. In 2015, the couple had their first child together, a daughter. Ice-T has stated on numerous occasions that he is a teetotaler and lives a straight-edge lifestyle. He is a longtime practitioner of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and boxing, and is a big fan of the USC. Activism. During the popularity of Public Enemy, Ice-T was closely associated with the band, and his recordings of the time showed a similar political viewpoint. He was referred to as the soldier of the highest degree in the booklet for Fear of a Black Planet, and mentioned on the track, Leave This Off Your Fucking Charts. Ice-T's track, This One's For Me, included a defense of Professor Griff after the anti-Semitism controversy and attacked other rappers for not speaking out in his defense. Ice-T also collaborated with fellow vocalist and anti-censorship campaigner Jello Biafra on his album, The Iceberg/Freedom of Speech, Just Watch What You Say. He and Biafra appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show in 1990 to debate Tipper Gore on censorship in music. After the controversy of the Body Count song Cop Killer, Ice-T became an icon for free speech campaigners, which led to a doubling in album sales. The song was condemned by both George H.W. Bush and Dan Quayle during the 1992 United States presidential election. When he decided to withdraw the song from his album, he replaced it with a metal version of his rap, Freedom of Speech. A 2004 Guardian article wrote, he's toured universities lecturing on First Amendment rights and civil liberties, and is vocal about the billions wasted on the Iraq War. He insists, however, he'd never get involved in politics. The last track of OG Original Gangster condemned both the Gulf War and mass incarceration. In 2017, Ice-T signed a petition to Congress for criminal justice reform. His 1994 book, The Ice Opinion, was largely focused on his view on politics. Writing in the aftermath of the 1992 Los Angeles riots, he was one of the only rappers who criticized the targeting of Koreans by some black rioters. On June 5, 2008, Ice-T joked that he would be voting for John McCain in the 2008 American elections, speculating that his past affiliation with Body Count could hurt Barack Obama's chances if he endorsed him. So he would choose instead to ruin McCain's campaign by saying he supported him. In 2015, Ice-T said that he admired Obama just for the simple fact he took the shot and went all the way to be president, and included Obama in the list of people who he would like to have for a dream dinner party. On September 22, 2022, Ice-T narrated an advertisement for the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Ice-T found himself in a feud with LL Cool J, reportedly sparked by LL's claim to be the baddest rapper in the history of rap itself. Ice-T responded with diss tracks on his 1988 album, Power, including I'm Your Pusher, where a rap music addict refuses to buy an LL Cool J record, and The Syndicate, which questioned LL's lyrical ability. Ice-T also aimed Girls LGBNAF as a crude contrast to LL's love songs at the time. LL Cool J retaliated with To Da Break of Dawn in 1990, dissing Ice-T's rap ability, background, and style, while also suggesting that Ice-T's girlfriend's appearance on the album cover contributed to its success. However, Ice-T seemed to overlook the insults and even defended LL Cool J after his arrest in the song Freedom of Speech. Ice-T later mentioned that the rivalry was never serious, emphasizing the need for a nemesis to create an engaging dispute. In June 2008, Ice-T criticized Soulja Boy on DJ Cisco's Urban Legend mixtape, accusing him of killing hip-hop and labeling his song Crank That as garbage compared to the works of other hip-hop artists. This led to a series of exchanged comments and videos between the two artists over the internet. Despite the heated exchange, musician Kanye West came to Soulja Boy's defense, acknowledging his contribution to hip-hop culture. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.